At this time, I call the June meeting of the County Commission to order. I'm going to ask the County Attorney, Mr. Jackson, to give the invocation, the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag by Commissioner Wade.
Let's bow our heads. Most gracious Heavenly Father, once again we come before you and ask for your wisdom as each and every one of these gentlemen up here do the will and the work of Lincoln County. We ask that you give them your wisdom and your guidance and your direction, your protection. Be with each and every person who has come here today. Bless them, bless their families, protect us as we go out. But above all, bless Lincoln County and the United States of America. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Is there a motion that we approve the minutes of the previous meeting as sent to you?
I make a motion, Mr. Chairman, we approve those minutes.
Have a motion, there's a second.
I'll second.
A motion by Commissioner Wade, second by Commissioner Collins. Any discussion on the motion? Chair hears none. All in favor of the motion, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Motion's carried. Item number 5 is the approval of the agenda. I have 2 additions to the agenda. I'd like to add White Rock Road resurfacing project and an appointment to the Development Authority. Is there any?
You gonna make those, what, 17 and 18? Or?
Yeah, we can do that. Is there a motion we approve the agenda as amended?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Is there a second?
I second, Mr. Chairman.
Have a motion by Commissioner Henderson, second by Commissioner Clyde. Any discussion on the motion? Chair hears none. All in favor of the motion, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Motion's carried. Departmental reports, 6A, Office of Emergency Services Director Brown.
Commissioner, Mr. Chairman, it's always a pleasure to be here. You have my written report, and I have no further amendments to that. If there are any questions, I'll answer them.
That's it. Yeah. That's it.
I don't want any remark from Commissioner Collins on this.
I'll say again, Mr. Chairman, you have my departmental
Gotcha.
report
Boy,
as
you don't
amended.
look like a Christmas tree. Okay. Go ahead.
If there are any questions, I'll answer them.
Any questions to Director Brown? If not, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, I'm hearing like I got miracle here. All right, 6B is the Recreation Department, Director Glaze.
Good evening. You have my written report in front of you. Do you have any questions?
Any questions, Commissioner Clyde?
Splash pad, I saw a little something in the paper about it, how he coming along.
Well, we had to order another part they forgot to send in, so after that, we'll be well on the way.
Well
Coming
on the
along great though. Should be ready by mid-July.
Before the summer's over.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Any questions, Director Glaze? If not, thank you. Any director that wants to leave after they speak, I thought, and not on the agenda further, they have our permission to move on. 6C is the Finance Department, Director Arnett.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, you have my written reports. If you have any questions on the finance.
Have you written report from the Finance Director? I would make this statement though, and I think we're doing good with our sales tax. Our sales tax had increased some this month. If you look at that, I think maybe $8,000 to $10,000 or something, so.
Everything was up.
Uh,
Everything, all the sales and swaths and all that was up.
It's up, and I think what happened is those 2 months of sheltered in, people were spending the money in Lincoln. They were going to the to the stores and spending some money in here. But that's good news. Any questions, Director Arnett, about the finances? If not, thank you. We'll move on. 6D is the Public Works Department, Director Seymour.
Chairman, members of the board, you have my written reports for Public Works. I don't have anything to add to those unless you have questions. I'll be more than happy to answer those.
Any questions, Director Seymour?
I've got one statement.
Commissioner Clyde?
Rob, I want to thank you and the chairman both, and I had never done this before, but I got 2 calls, and it's been a while back, but one after another about the site of some neglected properties. One was a business and one was a residential, and called and y'all sent out letters and both situations were corrected, but
Good.
that's a good thing.
Yes, sir.
Helps a lot.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? Okay, moving right along. Item number 7 is our public hearing. At this time, we need a motion to go into a public hearing.
So moved, Mr.
I have
Chairman.
a motion, is there a second?
I second, Mr.
Motion by Commissioner Collins, second by Commissioner Henderson to go into our public hearing. Any discussion on the motion? Chair hears none. All in favor of the motion, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign. Motion is carried. Item number 7, Director Seymour.
Yes, sir. On March the 8th, 2020, the Planning Commission heard the following request. The applicant is Kirsten Lear for Verizon. Map 33, parcel 30 on Thompson Highway consists of 30.96 acres, currently zoned A1 agriculture. The request is for a special use to construct a 255-foot lattice-style communication tower. The Planning Commission heard the heard the special use request and approved their approval is a recommendation to approve this special use for the Verizon cell tower.
Okay, we have the special use request. Is there anyone here to speak against the request from the Planning Commission for a special use request? Anyone here to speak against it? There not being anyone here to speak in favor of the recommendation. If you would, state your name for the record, please, ma'am.
Good evening. My name is Kirsten Lohr. Our office is at 1000 Holcomb Woods Parkway, Suite 210 in Roswell. Again, my name's Kirsten Lohr, and I just wanted to kind of show the need for this site, which is that this is...
You're going to have to step back the way you're on the microphone, please, ma'am.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to show that we're just trying to fill in this hole. This is what we anticipate. The green is the in-building coverage, so that is ideal. And basically, we're just trying to fill this hole that right now you're lucky to get street coverage on. There are no existing towers in the ring, so co-location was not an option for us. The site will be surrounded by a 10-foot landscape buffer. Actually, there's an existing buffer that flanks the access drive as well as part of the compound, and of course the remainder of that compound will be screened by us. Once constructed, only monthly maintenance visits are required. These are 15 to 20 minutes, so there's no anticipated impact on traffic or county services outside of electricity. The tower, let's see, sorry. Right, and so I did just want to add that this site will provide a service to the community in the form of reliable PCS service, including emergency 911 service, regardless of your carrier. This application does fully comply with the requirements and intentions of Section 34665 of the code. We do feel that we have proved our need and respectfully request your approval of our application. I can answer any questions.
Thank you. Is any commissioners, anyone here want to speak? I did that. Any Commissioner Clyde?
Yes, ma'am. We all want better cell service, and we definitely got enough dead spots, and we're glad to see them being filled. What about future? We still got a lot of areas of our county
I believe there might be another application coming through on next month's agenda. That's also a Verizon site. So we are diligently working to improve coverage.
Well, I hope, when you take back our concerns, AT&T has made they said that a long time too, didn't have any AT&T, but all of a sudden they have spent a lot of money and increased their coverage. And I'm hearing good things, so we'd like to see Verizon catch up.
Agreed. You have to have
Some
capitalism in order to succeed. So
We appreciate anything you do to help us out.
thank you.
Any other commissioners? If not, is there a motion that we accept the recommend? Do I need to do this in the public hearing or outside?
You can do it, you can do it now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, is there a motion that we accept the recommendation of the planning commission to allow the special use request for the Verizon telephone antenna in an A1 zoning district?
I so move, Mr. Chairman. This is at the back of the lot too, right? This is the back of the lot.
Have a motion, is there a second?
I'll second, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Clyde, second by Commissioner Henderson. Any discussion on the motion? Chair is none. All in favor of the motion, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Motion's carried. Thank you. And if you would relay Commissioner Clyde, and that's a unanimous deal, I would think, up here, we would. The north end of Lincoln County needs it terribly, as well as the southeastern end of the county, down toward Augusta, if we could get one.
I have passed it on.
And I believe if you took a poll in here, I believe it'd be probably close to 100% Verizon customers. Thank you for your time and your 2 trips to Lincoln County. Stop by one of these places and buy you something to eat before you leave. Leave us a few tax dollars here, fill up with gas, go by the grocery store.
I will do so. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a safe trip home. Is there a motion that we come out of our public hearing?
So moved,
Have
Mr.
a
Chairman.
motion, is there a second?
I'll second, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Collins, second by Commissioner Wade. Any discussion on the motion? Chair is none. All in favor of the motion, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Motion's carried. Item number 8 is the SOS Music Festival that will be held on Lewis Family Road at the Lewis Family Home Place. We have been asked to give some of the monies from the hotel motel tax for the promotion of the tourism of this festival. I'm open for a motion and an amount that we give, that if we give to the promoters of this festival.
Mr. Chairman, we talked about it a little bit. This is not as big, of course, as Little Roy and Lizzie and the Easlers. It's going to be a shorter deal. It won't bring in quite the revenue we have from the others, but we have helped them in the past. And since this is small, I would make the motion that we give them $500 toward their costs.
Have a motion by Commissioner Clyde to give $500 from the hotel motel tax to the promoters of this festival. Is there a second?
I'll second, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Clyde, second by Commissioner Collins. Any discussion on the motion? Chair hears none. All in favor of the motion, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Motion's carried. Item number 9, health employee health insurance. Mr. Ernie Dawson, commercial insurance. Mr. Dawson, if you would, do a real good job, because I see the man signed your check sitting in the office.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, thank you. And on behalf of Commercial Insurance, we want to thank you for letting us be your agents for the last year. We've enjoyed working with Sherry and Penny on health insurance. And we'd come to the board earlier to let you know that your health insurance plan with Humana had increased, and so we had shopped around and we've made a proposal to replace that insurance with Blue Cross Anthem plans through ACCG. County currently offers employees 2 plans, which I'm going to call Plan A and Plan B. And we've been able to find comparable Plan A and Plan Bs through Blue Cross Blue Shield Anthem, or actually Anthem, which used to be called Blue Cross Blue Shield. And they're going to be a savings to the county. And one of the reasons for the savings is we've moved from a community-rated plan to a plan with, I forgot exactly how many counties. I've got my list here. There are 77 other county members and 7 authority members, so we're moving into a different set of groups, and that's allowing us to get better rates. Our recommendation is that we go with the Plan A is the Blue Open Access Point of Service Plan with a monthly premium of $652.29. We're recommending the county keep its existing employee contribution of $87.55 for that plan. We're recommending that we go with the Plan B is also an Anthem Open Access, and this is what they call a copay plan. It has a $1,500 deductible. Plan A has no deductible. And this plan has a monthly premium of $619.24, and we're recommending a $74.29 employee contribution on those plans. Together, that will result in approximately a savings of about $1,900 a month for the county over the current plans, and about $23,000 in savings overall. The vision, dental, and life have no, Blue Cross Blue Shield has accepted the current rates, and so we'll be able to continue to offer those voluntary plans. 2 of them are voluntary to the employees with no additional cost to the county. So our recommendation is that the county move to the ACCG Blue Cross Open POS Option 1 and Open POS Option 5 plans for the coming year.
Okay, we met with them in our work session, and we talked about it. You've heard the recommendation, and that we go with Anthem.
Yes, sir.
Commercial insurance will still be our contact person to go with them, and that we adopt Plan A and Plan B.
Yes, sir.
They have a motion.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Have a motion, is there a second?
I second, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Collins, second by Commissioner Wade. Any discussion on the motion? One question, when does this start?
July 1st.
Ooh, y'all got to work quick, ain't you? Okay, any other discussion? All in favor of the motion, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign, motion carried. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. We're looking forward to working with you this next year.
Thank you. The next item is item 10 on the agenda, Water Service Application Charge Director Seymour.
Mr. Chairman, the water application that we currently use was adopted some time ago, and we'd like to make a revision to that water application agreement. We've had some issues in the past with placement of water meters on property and where they should be located. And this change, which is in bold letters under Section 1 of the agreement, basically states all water taps will be placed at the location on the property at the sole discretion of Lincoln County. And that's the only change in the application agreement. And that would take a act by the board to change this water agreement.
You've heard the request from the Public Works Director that we make the change that he just said. The only change to the application process, I think we're all familiar with it. Is there a motion that we adopt the new water agreement application with this new language included?
I so moved, Mr. Chairman.
Have a motion, is there a second?
I'll second, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Clyde, second by Commissioner Henderson. Any discussion on the motion? This was discussed a little at the work session. All in favor of the motion, let it be known saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign, motion is carried. Item number 11, Solid Waste Monitoring Well, Director Seymour.
Mr. Chairman, our old landfill, we have some monitoring wells that are monitored on a quarterly basis, and those results are sent to EPD, and they're monitored by a company called Muslau, which has been our monitoring company for quite some time. And so we've got a well that we need to add another well to this site in order to satisfy EPD requirements. And so the amount of that well is $8,922. Ms. Lau will drill the well, put all the monitoring equipment in place for that amount of money, and this would be paid for out of the solid waste account. And I would need approval to move forward with this project, Mr. Chairman.
You have heard this, he brought us up, that I think we have really no choice in this EPD requirement, because what's gone
Yes, sir.
bad is $8,922. Give us permission to pay this out of solid waste fund. Is there a motion?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
I second, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Collins, second by Commissioner Wade,
Clyde.
second by Commissioner Clyde. All in favor of the motion, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign, motion's carried. Montego Point Water, a bid, item number 12. Director Seymour.
Mr. Chairman, I have great pleasure in bringing to you tonight the Montego Water System bid openings. We opened June the 2nd, which was last week. This project has kind of drug its feet a little bit, and finally looks like we're getting it off the ground. We had 4 bidders to the Montego project. The lowest bid being Classic City Mechanical. Our original target amount for the construction was $1,357,000. We actually came in underbid at $1,138,501.59, which puts an additional $200,000 or so into the contingencies of the project, which will help us with any overrides that we have to keep us in check with our budget. So I asked the board tonight to approve the award. There's a resolution, I believe, in your packet to approve the resolution to award the low bid to Classic City Mechanical in the amount of $1,138,501.59.
Okay, you heard the recommendation. I think our engineers have gone over it and looked at it and talked to everybody that had to be involved in it. They also recommend this to us for the $1,138,501.59 for the water expansion of Montego Point and Lewis Family Road. Authorizing the chairman and the county clerk to execute the appropriate documents for implementation of this project. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman, we accept Classic City Mechanical's bid.
Is there a second?
I second, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Wade, second by Commissioner Clyde. Any discussion on the motion? Chair is none. All in favor of the motion, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign, motion is carried. I think, item 13 is the seat belt policy that we're looking at. I think Clerk McKellar's going to present this one, right?
Yes, sir. We're asking you to adopt the seatbelt policy because the ACCG IRMA safety discount program requires a seatbelt policy in order for us to meet the safety discount.
Okay, I think we're all familiar with the seat belt policy. The county attorney's looked it over and maybe even did some work on it. But we have a seat belt policy that we are pretty much required to do by our insurance company if we're going to do this. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Basically, for those of you that don't know, this more or less just goes to guidelines of the state of Georgia. Says you get in your car, you got to buckle your seatbelt. I don't know what the purpose of it is, but anyway, we do it. There a motion that we vote for the seatbelt policy.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
There's a second.
I second, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Collins, second by Commissioner Henderson. Any discussion on the motion? Chair hears none. All in favor of the motion, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Motion's carried. Item 14, same people want us to do a cell phone policy. Clerk
Yes, sir, that's
McKellar.
correct. Yes, sir, the cell phone policy is also required for the safety discount program for ACCG. And so we'd like to adopt this generic cell phone policy. It's real basic.
Okay. We looked this over and we know we got a deletion, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we all familiar with it, don't need to answer this question. Is there a motion that we adopt the cell phone use policy?
I made a motion, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
I'll second, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Clyde, second by Commissioner Collins. Any discussion on the motion?
I had a quick question. How do we cover the employees with this? They have to sign off on this? They read it and sign off?
We just have to give a copy of
We
both
give
of
them a
these to all
copy.
employees.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. Then we documented, we gave everybody.
I'll put it in the paycheck thing once.
That's the easiest way to do it. Yes, sir.
And we tell them, if you don't go by this policy, don't get your check.
I'm gonna get a next check, right?
All in favor of the motion, let me know by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign, motion's carried. Item 15 is the CARES money for transit. Director Blunt was at the work session, and she excused this meeting. The clerk will take care of the CARES money. Clerk McKellar.
Yes, sir. The CARES Act that was passed due to COVID-19 is giving the transit program an extra $20,000 for the budget timeframe of January 19th, 2020 to June 30th, 2020. It's also giving $91,000 for next year's budget, which will be totally funded by the federal government. We're asking y'all to accept these funds.
Okay, we discussed this too. This is the supplemental agreement from operating the transit between the Georgia Department of Transportation and Lincoln County Board of Commissioners. Is there a motion to give the clerk and myself the authority to sign this with GDOT?
I make a motion, Mr. Chairman. We
All
accept the
turn
money.
down money.
Already turned it down.
Okay,
second
got
the
a
motion.
motion by Commissioner Wade, got a second by Commissioner Clyde. Any discussion on the motion? Chair is none. All in favor of the motion, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign, motion carried. Item 16. Also, Captain Taylor from the Sheriff's Department met with us earlier. They, and before I say much, I just want to say that I appreciate Columbia County. Columbia County has really been a good partner to Lincoln County on several issues that we work together. And they've helped us with a good bit of things. They have two 2015 Dodge Chargers, one with 94,000 miles, the other with 107,000 miles, which both of these cars should last us for 2 to 3 years. They are going to be replacing two current Dodge Chargers that are old with over 200 and something thousand miles, maybe 300,000 miles. But they will be replacing them. Everything interchanges as far as the radios and the cage between the front seat and the back seat will be able to go out of the old cars and into these cars. We have a intergovernmental agreement between Lincoln County and Columbia County that I asked that you give us permission to sign. Accepting these cars, and they take no responsibility for them. We have to maintain the vehicles, and they are our cars. The cost of these two cars are $2,500 per car, a total of $5,000 that we purchased these two cars with insurance money we got back from a car that was wrecked about a year ago, I think, in Augusta. So these are being paid for out of that insurance money, not out of the general fund, but we need permission to pay Columbia County for these two vehicles. So is there a motion that we sign this intergovernmental contract?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
That's a second.
I'll second, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Henderson, second by Commissioner Collins. Any discussion? Chair hears none. All in favor of the motion, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign, motion is carried. Item number 17 is an addition to White Rock Road resurfacing. Director Seymour.
Yes, sir. I think you have in your book, it's an estimate from Middle Georgia Paving. This would be for resurfacing of White Rock Road, which consists of 5.4 miles of roadway at the cost of $174,497.95. That would resurface the entire length of White Rock Road. This would also be paid for out of our LMIG allotment that we currently have in place.
Okay, you've heard the motion, you've heard the recommendation that we take this from LMIG money and pay it to resurface, I think
5.4 miles, yes, sir.
5.4 miles of White Rock Road. That motion.
I'll make that motion, Mr. Chairman.
You would, that's in your district motion. Got a second?
I second, Mr. Chairman.
Got a motion by Commissioner Clyde, second by Commissioner Henderson. Any discussion?
I've got one quick question.
Commissioner Clyde.
How long will it be before we would do this work?
Probably
Sometime in 22.
my plan is to have them here in the next 3 to 4 weeks. They're going to do some other work for us as well, and we're going to try to line it up where they can get it all at one time. So we're looking at probably 3 to 4 weeks.
Super.
Pending weather. If we have a lot of rainfall, it may delay it a little bit, but pending weather, he should be in here 3 to 4 weeks.
Super. Thank you.
Okay, we've heard it all. Any more discussion? If not, all in favor of the motion, Commissioner Collins.
No,
Okay, you want to hit it, me then.
had a senior thought, I'm sorry, sir.
All in favor of the motion, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign, motion's carried. Item number 18 is we have an appointment to fill the unexpired term of Gil Madison, which runs through December 31st, 2022. This is a board appointment at large by the entire board. I've talked to you about this, and I would like to submit the name of Jeremy Dawkins to replace him and serve on the development board for the rest of the term. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion, Mr. Chairman.
Is there a second?
I'll second, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Clyde, second by Commissioner Collins. Any discussion on the motion? Chair hears none. All in favor of the motion, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
Passed on a 3-to-1 vote. Okay.
4 to 1.
Well, the deal that set it up says the chairman votes in case of a tie. But I am in favor of it. I recommend it.
Okay.
Okay, we have,
Yes, sir, we did. Can I make a statement before we go too far? We're going to adjourn next, right?
that's it. Is this pertaining to this? Is it germane to this?
No, sir.
What do you want to do? We voted.
Yeah, I thought.
Not yet.
Has the clerk allowed us to vote?
We have not voted.
We have not voted. That's what I thought.
My
No,
fault.
we have voted because he opposed.
We have
I'm sorry.
voted. 3-to-1
I was-
vote. That's exactly correct.
When
All
they
right,
opposed, am I supposed
next
to
item
give a
on the
reason?
agenda, but we have a question from Commissioner Clyde.
I
Yes.
When they
just wanted-
oppose, am I supposed to be given a reason?
Wait a minute, hold on.
When someone opposes, am I supposed to be given a reason to put in the minutes?
I don't think so. I think that the reason that you have to do that
I
is.
just know
if
Cooper
it's-
usually does.
If it's a zoning issue and you do on a zoning, you have to give a reason. On any other vote, you don't have to give a vote.
Sounds good.
Okay, moving right along, Commissioner Clyde.
Two things. I thought, I was just want to make, well, 3 things. TIA passed, and I want to thank the citizens for that. That's a big boost and a big help. I want us to remember in prayer the family that lost a loved one, a child, on Augusta Highway this morning in a terrible wreck and all. But lastly, a good thing, I want to tell Robin how much I enjoy her articles in the paper, especially the last one about the fire ants, which is a big problem for me for sure and everybody else. But thank you for your good work and the good things you're doing, so I appreciate that. I'm up for election this year, I guess you could.
Mr. Chairman, I might ought to say something good about Robin too, since I'm now in the egg business.
Okay.
Getting one a day.
All right, is there a motion we adjourn?
Make a motion, Mr. Chairman.
You got a motion by Commissioner Wade, second by Commissioner Clyde. Any discussion on the motion to adjourn? Chair hears none. All in favor of the motion, let it be known by saying aye. All opposed, like sign. Motion carried. We stand adjourned.